A curveball for the Democratic convention in Chicago this summer. The president will not be nominated at the United Center.
Instead, that will happen weeks earlier due to some political wrangling in Ohio. CBS 2 political reporter Chris Tide is live with what it means for the event, protesters, and also getting Biden on the ballot in all 50 states. Chris?
That's right, Joe and Erica. Political maneuvering in Republican-controlled Ohio is partly what's going on here. The state had made the rule to be on the ballot in November. A party's pick must be made by early August, a couple weeks before the DNC here in Chicago. In the end, Ohio lawmakers loosened that rule just today. Not before Democrats, though, created their own workaround.
It's been a long time since the actual nomination mattered at a national convention.
And this year, that nomination will have happened long before the team of Biden-Harris ever stepped foot in Chicago in August. And if that sounds familiar, that's because back in 2020, Biden was nominated virtually because of COVID. This time, nominated virtually to guarantee his spot on the Ohio ballot. Here's why. To get on the November ballot in the Buckeye State, you had to be ballot certified by August the 7th. The convention in Chicago doesn't start until the 19th. So the DNC says the nomination will happen virtually over the next 2 months. So what does this mean for Chicago's hosting of the convention, whose centerpiece is selecting a nominee? A Democratic Party leader says Chicago's convention will continue to serve as an important convening event for Democrats across the country. Might it cool the huge number of protesters headed here?
I would say absolutely not, because I don't think this vote, which again is mostly pro forma by the time you get there anyway, is going to change the composition of the Democratic dignitaries, not to mention the delegates that are going to descend on Chicago.
Political science professor Stephen Caliendo says the goal of protesters isn't to alter the outcome, but rather to be heard by those in power.
The protests are designed to get the attention of those elected officials, party officials, etc. They will all be here, and so it makes good sense to continue with the protest.
Caliendo adds this diluting of the convention may further erode interest in these kind of big-ticket events, which have become more and more watered down over time. One of the many speed bumps we're likely to deal with here in the 2.5 months now, Joe and Erica, until the big week.
All right, Chris, thank you.
You bet.